Before Braille, books looked like this. The raised letters made reading a tactile experience, but also a very slow one. Imagine if your phone had a keyboard like this. It would take you forever to type a message. But what if there was a way to read faster, to read with your fingers? What if the key to literacy was touch and not sight? This is the incredible story of one young boy's vision in darkness. In 1829, a 2-year-old Louis Braille lived in a small French village with his father, a shoemaker. They were poor, but life was good. Then tragedy struck. Little Louis, who was completely blind by the age of 3, had to rely on his other senses to get by. At the age of 10, he was sent to the Royal Institute for Blind Youth, where he learned to read and write by feeling the raised letters embossed on pages. But the old methods were frustratingly slow, and he was desperate for a better way. He couldn't understand why he had to feel each letter, one at a time, when he could memorize whole words in a single touch. Then came the night writing. The military code used by soldiers to communicate in the dark was a series of taps and ridges on paper. At first it seemed complicated, but the 15-year-old Braille saw its potential. What if these raised dots could represent letters of the alphabet? With just a few simple touches, a whole word could be read in an instant. He spent 2 years refining and simplifying the code. At first, he used a hammer and nails, then a punch and a die, until finally he developed a simple system of just 6 dots that could represent all the letters, punctuation, music, and even mathematics. With his new system, Braille could read faster and more accurately than anyone at his school. But his invention threatened the jobs of the Institute's teachers, and they tried to keep him from sharing his discovery. Even his own parents thought it was a foolish idea. But Braille was not discouraged. He knew that his system was perfect. It just needed to be shared with the world. After leaving the Institute, he began teaching his method to his peers. Slowly but surely, more and more people began to learn Braille, and after his death in 1852, it was adopted by schools and organizations around the world. Today, Braille is used by millions of blind and low-vision people to read books, use public transportation, and navigate their world independently. His legacy of light continues to shine brightly around the world. That's all for today. See you next time. Thanks for watching.